history of art likes to place women sculptors within the context of their gender. But what if we chose not to do that? What if we chose to see them purely as visionaries in their own time, each of them pushing boundaries and changing what we know of artistic language? Today we're going to explore the journeys of 4 singular artists. 4 artists from 4 time periods, but with one thing connecting them: the pursuit of something greater than themselves. Sarah Bernhardt has been celebrated as one of the most famous actresses of her time, but she was also an artist, and in particular, a sculptor. Born in 1844 to a Dutch Jewish courtesan, she grew up on the fringes of society, but forged her own path to international fame. Eccentric and theatrical in all aspects of life, she was known for sleeping in a coffin, claiming it helped to prepare for tragic roles. Later in life, after losing a leg to gangrene, she refused a prosthetic and continued acting, directing, and creating art from a wheelchair. This year at TEFAF Maastricht, we have a very rare autoportrait in plaster. Unlike a lot of Bernhardt's other works, which are a little bit more mythological in theme, this is a very raw, unguarded view of how she really saw herself. Bernhardt didn't just perform on stage, she engaged deeply with the arts, exhibiting at the Paris Salon and earning respect in artistic circles. Her self-portrait stands as a testament to her multifaceted talent and her relentless pursuit of creative expression. Fast forward to the mid-20th century and we meet Dame Barbara Hepworth. Barbara Hepworth lived and breathed sculpture. Her works weren't about herself, but rather about the landscape, the earth that we live in, the organic shapes and the sea and wind that shape them. In the sculpture we have here, called 3 Forms, the Winter Rocks, she captures the essence of the Cornish landscape, not as something seen, but as something felt. She didn't really see herself as a feminist, and in fact said that she rather saw herself as a pioneering sculptor in general. And she was. Upon her death in 1975, the art world mourned profoundly, with one headline declaring, "The Queen of Modern Sculpture is dead." Originally from Singapore, Kim Lim comes onto the art scene in the 60s and 70s with an entirely new sculptural language. Whereas Sarah Bernhardt is introspective and Hepworth is elemental, Kim Lim's work is rhythmic. Kim Lim wasn't interested in direct representation. Her slate sculptures pulse with a quiet energy, an ebb and flow of minimalism, meeting ancient traditions. She drew from Eastern philosophies, classical sculpture, and the natural world, but never confined herself to one identity. Her late slate works, almost meditative in their presence, speak to a deep understanding of balance between material, space, and time. And today we have contemporary artist Helaine Blumenfeld. Her works are about stillness, transformation, but also fluidity, and her marble works seem to almost defy gravity. Blumenfeld has worked at a grand scale, placing her sculptures in public spaces around the world, not as objects to be admired, but as experiences to be felt. Blumenfeld's journey is also intertwined with that of Henry Moore, who she studied with, much like Hepworth's. Both artists were influenced by Moore's exploration of form and space, yet each developed a distinct voice, contributing uniquely to the evolution of modern sculpture. 4 artists, 4 distinct visions. None of them followed a prescribed path. None of them worked within limits. Each, in their own way, reshaped what sculpture could be. And that's the mark of true influence, not in being part of a movement, not in being defined by your gender, but in creating something that leaves a lasting imprint on the world. Great art isn't about who made it. Great art is about how it makes us feel. And these artists, they made us feel something new.